Hi, welcome back to C Programming. I'm your Dr. Vasu. We are going to see the switch statement in this video. If you want to learn more about C Programming and many other interesting topics, please do subscribe this channel. If you like this lecture, please hit the like button. That will keep me motivated to make many such videos in the future too. Let's see what this switch statement is and how it works. So here the switch statement is, let's see with the help of a flowchart. Suppose we are taking a value for n. Suppose if some value is given to n, it has to do something. If some other value is given, it has to do something else. Like this. Suppose we have given n is equal to 1, right? In that case, it comes to this loop and it treats this as a case 1 and executes a set of statements here. And it continues and here, end of the loop here, and comes out and executes some other statements, whatever is written, and it goes further. Suppose n value is given as 2, then it is treated as another case and executes a different set of statements here and continues further. Suppose n is equal to 3. It is treated as a third case, a different case, and executes another set of statements here and continues further. Like this, we can give any number of values to the value n here. And depending on that, these statements will be executed and it comes out of this loop. Okay. And also another, suppose if it is not matching with any of these values, suppose n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, they execute these cases. Suppose we haven't given any value and in that case, it is treated as a different case, a default case, and executes some other set like this. Let us see with the help of an example. Suppose we have taken a value integer, a variable n, and given some value to this. You are asking, the system is asking, enter either 0 or 1. Now the switch statement comes here. Switch n. The value of n is considered here. And depending on this value, it executes. A loop is started here. Right? Within this brackets, the cases are written. The case 0. That means the value of n is equal to 0. A colon is put. And it has to execute this statement. The statements, whatever are written here. And after this, we write a break. Comes out of this loop. It stops executing further and comes out. So, suppose case 1, that is n value is equal to 1. Then it executes these statements, this set of statements here. And a break is written. It comes out. The meaning of this break is, suppose if it is executing, the value is n value is equal to 0, it executes these statements and break it. Further, it won't execute these statements and comes out of the loop and continues further like that. So let us see, compile this and execute this program. We get, so system is asking, enter either 0 or 1. Suppose we enter 0, it says, so this is 0, it is matching with this case and it is 0. So it is printed. Suppose you run the program again, enter either 0 or 1. You entered 1 here, it says it is 1. So like this, the cases, switch cases are working. Suppose, let us take another thing. Here, enter a value from 0 to 5. Either 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Any value. So it is assigned to a variable a and switch a here. We are comparing the value of a now. Case 0 is written, right? If it is a value is 0, then it has to say that the number is even, right? And break. Next, case 2, number is even. That is the value of a is 2. It is an even number. Value 4, it is even and break. Now, further, suppose if the values are 1 or 3 or 5, Then case 1 is taken here. It is printing as the number is odd. Break again. Case 3, same value is written. Case 5, the number is odd. So all the odd and even numbers we have identified for the value of A and written different cases here. Okay, now break and close it. And also here, if you observe, we are writing a default case also. The default case is if the value of A is not a 0 to 5, is not in 0 to 5, then this default statement will be executed, and let us see how it works. Close it. Now the program is over. Compile and execute. Let us see the output. Enter a value from 0 to 5, and we entered 3. The number is odd, so it has come to this position, and it is saying this, executing this statements here. Next, run it again, and now we have given 2. It says the number is even. So 2, it has come to this, and it is saying the number is even. Now, suppose we have entered a value, even though it is asking 0 to 5, we entered something else, right? At 26. Now it says the number out of range, the number out of range. So here, the way of working the switch statement is clear. Now, we have to find even and odd for the same program. I will write in a different style, right? Enter a number below 10. It is asking, say below 10. Now, earlier, if you observe the earlier program, case 0, we have written something. Case 2, we have written the same statement, of course. It is an even number, and we have repeatedly written case 0, case 2, case 4, like that. But here, you can combine all these. If you have common statements, if you have the common statements, you can write all of them here itself. But the different cases should be mentioned. If it is a case where the value of n is 0 or 2 or 4, 6, 8, it executes these statements and break. Next, case 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. If you observe, these are all odd numbers. It says it is an odd number and break and comes out. So we need not write a lengthy program. We need not repeat the same statements which you have to write for different cases. So let us see compile this and execute. It is asking enter a number below 10. Now we entered 0, right? It is an even number, right? 0. It has come to this and it is saying it is an even number. Next, execute again. Enter a number 5. It is an odd number. Fantastic. It has come to this and executing this statement. Nice. Suppose you entered a different value, 7. Again, it is an odd number. Suppose we have entered something else, 121. It is out of range, right? We don't have any case here. Now what happens? Nothing is displayed. Can you tell why? If you observe, we haven't written anything for default. We have written only if it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 9 only, we have identified and written all these values. But something else, default, right? Then what to do? We haven't given any instructions to the computer in this program to do something. So nothing is displayed. We don't just get a blank screen, nothing happens. Okay, so what happens? We write a default, right? A default and a colon here, and we write this statement. It is something else. Now let us see. Execute. Now we enter a value here, 500. Of course, it is not in the range 0 to 10. 500, something else. So it has to come to this default and execute that. It is something else. Whatever is written here, these statements will be executed. Like this, you try to include this default case so that when the case is not matching any of these, this default statement will be executed and we will understand how it is functioning. Okay, so like this, we can apply this to a very interesting application like arithmetic operations, right? Let us see. We have taken two different numbers as float, and result is indicated. A character is defined here, and enter an arithmetic expression. I mean, you want to write this n1 plus n2 or something like that, n1 minus n2. Yeah, I want to perform arithmetic operations, plus, minus, multiplication and division, right? So for this, we are reading this intermediate n1 plus n2. That means this percent %c is written here. That is, I want to read the C here, character, and it is stored as C. Okay, whatever the symbol you are entering, plus, minus, multiplication, or that is star or division, they are stored in the variable C character. Now, switch C, depending on this, right? This value C, character C, this switch statement is going to function. How? Is plus. Because this is a character, we have to keep this in single quotes, right? Within single quotes, because this is a character. Now we have written. If it is plus, we have written what to do. The result, another variable is considered, n1 plus n2, right? It prints, right? n1 value, and of course it is taken as 0.2. Only 2 decimal places are considered. This n1 value and as %c, whatever the input you have given, that is also printed here. And another n2, this n2 is displayed, n1 arithmetic operation, and n2 is equal to the result. The result, whatever is calculated here, is printed here in this position. Now, break this over. Repeat the same thing with the other cases, like minus. In place of plus, you can have minus. Then the result is taken as n1 minus n2. Next, another case, multiplication, n1 in star n2, n1 into n2. So another case, division, n1 by n2, right? Default case also we have written, that is wrong expression. If it is something else you have given other than this plus, minus, star and division, then it says it is a wrong expression. Now let us complete this, compile and execute. And here it is asking, enter an arithmetic operation. It means you have to say some operation like 10 plus 15, right? Now, because we are treating this as a float and 0.2, that is 2 decimals are allowed in both the cases. It is giving only 2 decimal values, and the output is given as 25. Okay, next, let us compile this and execute. And now we have written. And one more thing, if you observe earlier in this program, I have treated this as a result. A variable is taken here, and in this variable I am storing this value of n1 plus n2 in this case, or n1 minus n2 here, n1 into my n2 in this, and I am displaying result here. Okay, like this. Otherwise, we can simplify this program also, right? Like no result is taken here. I have removed no result, but this expression, in this case, the expression is taken directly here, n1 plus n2. The result you will be getting here itself. Okay, we are not assigning this value to something else. So we are avoiding a one variable result. Now, the same thing is happening here, n1 minus n2, n1 into n2, multiplication and division. Okay, compile this and execute. 40 minus 20, right? The value is 20. 20 into 25, multiplication, the value of multiplication is given here 500, and division 200 by 12, right? That is 16.67. So we have given something. Instead of giving these symbols, the symbols which we have written the program to perform are not there. The symbol, something else is taken here, right? A hash. some other symbol. Then what happens? It has to execute the default statement, wrong expression. So like this, the switch and switch case, you may call it a switch case statements work. In the next video, we are going to see if else conditions, and hope you had understood this topic. If you have any queries or suggestions, please do comment. Thank you.